No, nothing's defined, man. It's like an amorphous organization, right? It's whatever we want it to be. I mean, it's just a place for students to gather, to interact, to collaborate, and hopefully it just kind of makes the experience of grad school a little bit more enjoyable for the faculty and staff and students especially here.
When you're in the Daisy, you're signaling that you aren't working right now, that you're ready to kind of socialize. I think when we're in our offices, we're usually glued to a computer, we're thinking about work, and when we're in the Daisy, it's more sit back, relax, have some food, and just kind of chat and talk about things.
I think that the fact that we normally get together around noon for lunch and you get a lot of people can talk about whatever you like basically. So you keep on working all day, but from noon to 1 you can talk about whatever you want.
It's really you get to talk with different people. That's actually for graduate students you don't really get so much time to talk with people. But if you go to Daisy, lunchtime, almost every people is, well, at least for a lot of people, so you can talk with them.
The students in the department, they come from many countries. So like every year it's Asia and Europe and South America. So plenty of languages are spoken in the Daisy.
Yeah, I take that for granted. We talk about diversity. International diversity is a given because the world is diverse. The United States is only 6% of the world's population. So obviously our graduate program should be 6% American.
I'm George, I'm from Moscow, Russia.
I'm from Turkey, my name is Berk.
I'm you from China. I'm Junjie, also from China.
I'm Nicola, I'm from Italy.
You're from Italy?
Close to Milan.
My name is Alexander and I'm from Germany.
Bruce Hansen from Madison, Wisconsin.
Hell yeah!
I think I'm really glad that it's people from Europe, people from Asia, people from South America, because I think that collaboration leads to some really funny moments, but also leads to just there isn't one group that really is kind of dominant. I think. I mean, in some ways, it would be natural for Americans and English speakers to kind of be the sort of dominant isn't quite the word I want to look for, but since there aren't very many of us, it ends up being very multicultural and very, again, inclusive is the word I keep coming back to.
Okay.
With someone that's from another culture and comes from the other side of the world is, you know, just talking about your pants is gonna be like different from what I think about pants. Or if you get to more interesting stuff, it gets you.
You know, it's cool to get a new perspective.
Just ribbing on each other, yeah.
I came from a very American-centric viewpoint.
So there's an interesting dynamic between everybody, right?
Yeah. I like the South Americans best. That's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go South America.
There you go.
Yeah. Chile, Argentina, and Colombia.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Maybe Peru, but definitely the others.
Yeah. Enrique's great, and he's up in everybody's business.
Yeah. I don't have any Venezuelans. I'd like one of those.
No.
I think that would be a good addition.
Well, that'd be interesting if I was Venezuela.
There's something to learn
So
there.
they have a different
A North Korean. I would love a North Korean.
Yeah?
We could get one of those. That would be quite the coup.
I think if we got
Not that I'm saying there should be a coup in North Korea, but that would be quite the coup.
I'm a famous dude. Back home, I'm famous in Colombia. In my country, I'm super famous. You should pay for this. I'm more famous than Sofia Vergara. Had lunch in the Daisy a few times.
Okay.
Many times.
What do you, so you like the food?
I like their food. Yeah. Daisy has good. Well, it's varied over the years, but at times I've had pizza, Chinese food, and in the past other things too.
I never eat there.
Why not?
I only did it first year. The food isn't that good. It's all takeout food.
Right.
The carts are better on State Street.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's under the table, man. I mean, we just do this as a courtesy to our friends. We just order the stuff, and then the same, group of people rolls in. So rather than everybody, kind of spread off their own separate ways, have to go find lunch, hang out in their own little whatever, we try and provide a central place for people to get together and interact. We got the dumpling things, and it is inside. We offer it here. That's a plus. This is your table. Can I get? You wanted rice, don't you? No. I hadn't said that. I can put it in.
Can I have that thing and that thing?
What voluntary donation are you suggesting for?
You're a smarter man than I. That's queen. None of it?
Yeah, sorry. Get in. No, worse.
Pretend like it never happened.
Fading off violent variant, which is, I mean, squares that they have the same growth.
A giant plate for whatever you ask for. People usually donate like $6 for a full plate.
How's the business going?
Alright.
Yeah.
Now we gotta go to that bar. And she seems like she has a real good community at that church, good fellowship. She's telling me about the dungaree days.
A lot of camera, there's a lot of candy.
Right.
I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah, I'll be there all the time.
And it's self-pay. It's great. It's on the honor system, and so you put money in the little thing. But what a lot of people don't know, and maybe you've heard of this, is that occasionally you look around, and I always do this before I steal some candy. Check for the hidden cameras, because sometimes they're there and sometimes they're not. But you have to be very careful because it's embarrassing. So it's a great place to steal candy, but you just have to be very careful about stealing candy.
Gotcha.
I guess the Daisy's got a kind of wild history.
Right.
It started out as just students doing this stuff, and then they said, well, if you're going to serve food, you need to become a company. They became a company. They said, well, if you're going to be a company, you have to follow these rules. And there was a dude from administration who'd come down and make sure that there was all the health, sanitation, and whatever were being followed. And eventually it got to the point where even after we followed all those rules, they said, well, you can't be operating a business on campus because it's in competition with the deli and
Which deli?
Ingraham Deli. So it's just a way that this can stand. We have vending relationships with Right Vending. We have this and that and the other thing. So we just can't have a business on campus. So we unincorporated the business, shut it down, fired all the student staff, and now I'm just kind of doing things myself so that we won't be a blip on their radar. Because they're looking at it from a standpoint of, we have liability issues, right? If somebody gets sick, if there's this company operating on campus, there could be legal issues for the university. So they want to cover their bases. I understand that. So I think what we've done is ameliorate those fears on their part by getting rid of the business and just keeping it as a group of friends, a cooperative that kind of helps one another.